and cool in here. Tracy Kane, get out here. Hi, Tracy. So I watched you the other day, and you were presenting these, and I looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, so many people ordered these the last time you were here.
Yeah.
These come from a company called Eveready. I think you've probably heard of Eveready, right? We all know about that company, that battery company.
Yeah.
These are best in class when it comes to what we call our disc lights, because not only do they light up, but they light out sideways. So you get multiple, you get kind of a multi-directional view.
Yeah.
I have them in 3 colors. You can get, let me move my water out of the way. You can get them in white. You can get them in, I believe that is called rubbed bronze.
This is, oh yeah, this is white stone.
White stone, that's
White
better.
Stone.
Rubbed bronze, and then we also have them in black. Everybody is gonna get not 4, not 6, but 8 of these. And guys, there is no easier way to light up and illuminate your property than these. You don't even have to stake them in the ground, although we give you stakes if you want them to be permanent, or if you want to kind of put them a little lower than the grass level so you can run your lawnmower over them, you can do that as well. But I mean, walkways, pathways, garden areas, if you've got a fountain around your mailbox, these can go anywhere. And the best part, Tracy, is once I put them out there, I never got to think about them again.
You never have to. I mean, these are solar, so they're not hardwired. You can put these out, forget them. You can take them with you if you're moving, so you're not making an investment that you're going to leave behind if you're putting your home on the market. This is the easiest way to up that curb appeal, and everyone's going to be chatting about your home. They're going to think you spent a fortune on your lighting, but you didn't. And what I love about these is that, like Guy was saying, these are for your hard surfaces, right? So yes, you have your pathway lights, maybe lining your sidewalk or your driveway, but what are you doing on your fence posts? What are you doing on that stone wall? What are you doing on that wall behind you that maybe you have an outdoor kitchen? These are so great for that, and they're giving you 10 LEDs. So you have 6 LEDs on the surface there. You have 4 LEDs around the edges. So you're getting light that's going up, you're getting light that's going out. Perfect for your stairs. So maybe you don't have some solar lighting around your walk or around your front steps. This is a great way to light those steps up, because when that power goes out this summer and you know it's going to happen, you don't have to worry about getting your flashlight out to get in your home.
Every review is 5-star. Every single review. You know how hard that's is to do, because you got to make everybody, especially for lighting. We're showing you how they look in some of our sort of lifestyle shots there. But guys, it just changes your home. I mean, it's one of the things that probably the cheapest way you can make your property look more inviting, more welcoming, safer. Obviously, if you're walking up and down stairs. And I know that if you install, because I've seen these lights like actually submerged in decks, you're talking thousands of dollars. Yeah. With these, you lay them flat, or you stake them into the ground. And honestly, they can go anywhere, and because they're not hardwired, if you move, you take them with you, right? You know, if anything's wired in your house, you have to leave it there if you sell your house. With these, you don't have to. I like that rubbed bronze. I've never seen that color. I've seen them in white and black, but that rubbed bronze is beautiful.
It's really nice. And these colors go back with all of our pathway lights that you love so much. So ties in beautifully. I love that they're lightweight. So I actually keep a couple just in my pantry so I can throw them in my beach bag, because you know when you go out for sunset and then you don't want to leave because that's the best part of the day. Well, you just put a couple of these out on your blanket. Works perfectly. You're going out for, what do they have, like orchestra or symphony in the park, which is so popular coming into the summers. These are great for that as well. So any place that you need a portable light, you can pick these up, move them at any time, use them with the stake or without. And you're seeing here, all you're gonna do is turn that little light switch on the back. What's really nice about that is it's gonna conserve that solar charge. So if you do wanna throw a couple of these in your bag, they're not going to light up your bag and be out later on of that energy.
I love it mainly because I know most people out there are not professionals, right?
Yeah.
They want to have, you know, the rich look, which I've never had, but they want to have that look of like.
Oh, you have that rich look.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, but I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it.
No, but you do it yourself.
I remember when I bought my first house, built my first house in Arizona.
Yeah.
We had a guy come out. We said, you know, we want to do lights, and back then they didn't even have solar lights.
Right.
We want to do lights in the yard. We want them to point up at the trees, all that stuff. The guy came back with an estimate of like $3,500, and he's like, well.
And that's back then.
Because there wasn't solar. He goes, dude, I got to dig trenches, and I got to put wires down. I got to put a transformer box in. I got to do all these different things. And I'm like, so what I wound up doing is I went to the depot, and I bought a transformer. That was $100, and I bought like 8 wired lights. They were halogen lights, which means the light bulbs burned out every month. I had to replace the bulbs. And I had to go out there with a pickaxe, and I had to dig in red clay and stone in Arizona. It took me like a week to finally get it up get them up all over the place. I will tell you this, it was worth it at the end of the day, because it only cost me maybe about $250 in cost versus the $3,500 that the guy wanted to charge me. But the problem after that was at least one of the lights would burn out every week because they're halogen. And I don't know if you know the old school halogen lights. They burn, they're an incandescent bulb. They actually use a gas inside and they heat up. That's why, like when it rains and your old school lights were on, you used to see steam come off of them.
Right.
But they burn out. These are LED, Tracy. They'll never burn out.
No, absolutely. So also, these are going to maintain 96% of their brightness after 8 hours that they're on.
I've never heard that claim before on any other light.
No, I think this is the only one.
Yeah.
Also, HSN is the only authorized retailer of Eveready solar lights. So you can't go and buy these anywhere else. You can't shop around online right now and find a better price because you can only get them here at HSN.
You can find a better price if you want to get cheap ones, but they're going to be cheap.
And they're not going to be Eveready, which we know is an amazing heritage company.
What I noticed about these two is they're brighter than some of the disc lights, a lot of the disc lights that we carry. These are super bright.
20 lumens.
The actual bulbs that you see are like double the size of the LEDs that they put in some of the other disc lights, so you get more bang for your buck. You still get I think it's 6 of the LEDs, but the LEDs are twice the power. These are 20 lumens. Most of the ones on the market are 10.
Right.
So you're gonna get to see where you're putting them, and I would put them like easy peasy is obviously on your steps going into your house. That's a great place to put them. You can put them anywhere in your front yard. My disc lights are in my backyard because I have like a kind of a swervy pattern in the back where I have stone and then I have some palm trees, and I put them like on the stone all around that swervy little edging that I have, and they look fantastic. They look like that.
If you have a retaining wall, these are so pretty to sit on top of that retaining wall as well. So just think about all those other little places, those little dark spots in your yard that you really wish you had a little bit of light. Maybe it's in those back corners of your backyard. You want to know where your pups are going at night. You want to see what's creeping and crawling around there. Maybe you've just spent so much time manicuring your yard. You've taken care of the lawn. You've planted all the plants. You've put out your mulch. Well, guess what? Now if you put these solar disc lights out, you're going to be able to enjoy that all through the day and at night. And I'm going to tell you, when I get up at 5 in the morning to come in here at HSN, my disc lights are still on. They're looking bright, they look beautiful. And actually you're going to see here how they have these over the fireplace. I have a similar little situation in my backyard, not quite as gorgeous as this, but I have a little mantle and I actually put my disc lights up there as well. So when we're sitting in our screen porch, I'm enjoying the whole backyard, the whole setting. There's an ambiance created with these. So it's just a lot more than what a spotlight is going to give you or lighting on the back of your home. This is giving you a whole atmosphere look. And this is maintaining 96% brightness after 8 hours. And that's 20 lumens of light. Look at how bright these are. That's 10 LEDs. So you have 6 large LEDs on the top and then 4 LEDs around the edges. So this is giving you multi-directional light. Perfect for a staircase so that you can see when you're walking up the stairs. You're getting those late night packages, as we all do. You don't have to worry that someone's going to trip on their steps when they're coming up to make that delivery to you. So increasing that curb appeal, also that safety in your yard, just really giving you that wherewithal of what is going on in your yard so you can see in all of those dark, creepy corners all over the place. I think Guy's going to join us again. Oh, there you are.
Look,